Yeesh. Sorry about that. Hello, heroes. This is Cody from Comicsdown, and today I'm going to be going over some previews for books that are coming up, and the good, the bad, and the ugh. But, yeah. Let's get right into it. Today, I was reading this little thing here. I was actually quite surprised about it. It looks totally cringe-worthy, but, you know, and I know it's not going to be that good, but I was surprised about it. You know, they actually made the characters, you know, the female characters, you know, feminine looking, and, which is a rarity nowadays, but it is your classic, SJW, diversity, characters. You got Quake with her purple hair, SJW hair, and then, you know, you got Spider-Gwen, you got non-binary Captain Marvel, you got Squirrel Girl, which is, she surprisingly looks half decent, not like, oh, what's her name, I don't know, that chick from Girls, the little really rough looking one, the feminist one. You got American Chavez and Big Hand Miss Marvel, but you got the Human Torch, and then you got Captain America Sam Wilson here. But it is, you know, this is more for your kids, and they're, you know, trying to, I guess, promote the STEM fields, you know, because there's not enough females in the STEM sciences or whatnot. So, you know, they're trying to make it look cool for the kids here. And, you know, AIM comes in and attacks them. And Squirrel Girl and Kamala Khan are sitting there, and they're like, well, we got to do something, right? So they go and get changed, and Squirrel Girl busts in there, you know, attacking the AIM guys. And she's putting them down because, you know, she's unbeatable. Kamala Khan comes in there with her giant freakish looking hands, which is extremely scary. Big freaky foot stomping on these outright Nazis, because every one of them are blonde hair and blue eyes. So what's that telling you? But I mean, the art was really good in here, but there's no change in them pushing the agenda. And then they decided to completely, they did a fastball special. Ugh. So Big Hands is throwing Squirrel Girl, you know, body positivity for Squirrel Girl, you know. But I mean, they actually drew Squirrel Girl actually quite decent. You know, it kind of reminded me, you know, when, you know, they first started drawing her. You know, my wife used to be a really huge fan of Squirrel Girl, and the ones that they've been putting out lately are just ugh. And she calls in the squirrels, and they attack the pseudo-Nazi AIM guys. One of them gets away. He's a big fat, you know, Mohawk, not alt-right Nazi-looking guy, and talking into his iWatch. And he's like, God, we just got our asses kicked by the Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel. But this was just a little preview issue of Marvel Rising. It was Marvel Rising number 0. And you know, the art was okay. I mean, it was actually pretty decent, but Marvel Rising is definitely gonna be an SJW cringe fest. Here I got some from the bookshelf here, and this was going over. I've been seeing this book at the LCS, the comic book store or whatnot, and it's called Coyotes. And they kind of took a little thing from like current events, you know, down in Juarez, there were a bunch of girls that were going missing a few years back, and you know, they didn't know if it was the cartels, the coyotes, you know, a serial killer or whatnot, but they kind of put their little twist on it. You know, it's apparently, you know, werewolves that are doing it, and there's a werewolf hunting Latino girl. She's got a ninja sword, and it turns out that a lot of the girls that are going missing, or it was done by the men in the border village. So I think they're going to be making it look like it was werewolves or something. But so it's the girls versus the boys once again. Another agenda pushing book, pro-feminism. You know, and I have no problem with, you know, women's rights or anything like that. First generation of feminists, they did the right things, you know. But the whole wage gap and a lot of these little nitpicky, fake problems that they have nowadays is just really, you know, and they keep brainwashing these next generations into believing just bullshit, you know, and trying to make them into man-haters and stuff. And yeah, it's just horrible. What else we got in here? I know I had another one. Another little thing. Oh, God, yeah. This book called Heathen. LOL, so random. Hey, I'm a Viking queen. Trying to go see the gods. It has a little comic strip here. A little sample of it. And she tricks these little mermaids into taking her to Heimdall, which is the place where the gods are. But, I mean, and listen to this dialogue. You know, look, what is she doing? I like her hat. I get the hat. Let's see what she wants first. Hello there. All right, better. She sits down to get on their level, to talk to them like they're children. What do you want? My friend claimed you stole his coat. Ha! Your friend is a spy. He's lucky that the coat's the only thing we took. She almost bit his hand off. Serves him right. You think she's just gonna hand it over? Of course not. It seems that I had a good reason to take it. They can't make up for Rudin's actions, but perhaps I could buy it off you. And then she goes into, you know, start negotiating for this coat, and she pulls out an apple. And just like children, they're mesmerized by these apples, and they're like, oh yeah, I want the apple, yeah. And you know, and it's just like little kid faces, you know, basically talking to him like she's a third grade teacher. But you know, she's all dressed up like a dominatrix Viking chick. You know, LOL, so random. But yeah, might get that book just to roast it. Heathen by Natasha Ardirici. Rachel Deering. Never heard of them. But it's Heathen Volume 2. $20. Jesus Christ. Must be a trade paperback. It doesn't say. That better be a thick fucking book. I'll tell you what. Alright. let's go into some of this. This is the Marvel previews book, the newest one, or the latest one. Well, Dan Slott's going to be writing the Fantastic Four with Sarah Piccielli. It's coming out in August. And it doesn't look like there's just four. I guess it's the kids are kind of grown up now. They're bringing everyone back. I tell you what, Marvel 2-in-1 was really, really good. Probably one of the better books that Marvel's putting out right now. And I liked it quite a bit. The first couple of issues, I kind of, when it comes to Marvel, because their prices are so high, I try to stick with just the stuff I like. I can't really do much. Don't really have a lot of room for exploring a lot of them because there's $5 a book, and I'm just a blue collar merchant. Got a small business, and yeah, we do have some disposable income. I don't have cable in my house. I buy comics instead, which actually makes me a smarter person because I read all the time. But next up, Ta-Nehisi Coates in Leland Yu, Francis Yu, and they are going to be writing Captain America. And there's a lot more guys better versed and well more researched than me that have talked about this already. But I really do not know what Marvel was thinking with putting this man on this book, other than they're trying to really push a narrative, and try to really just well, you know what? This is their quadruple down, or the 10th down, or 11th down, or whatever down they're on now, but they really want to push that anti-American, America's racist, everyone's racist, if you're white, you'll never understand, alt-right Nazi agenda. And all it is race baiting and race profiteering. To me, when they put materials out like that, it's very anti-productive to me. I mean, they got all some black and white strips here, and I don't know if the whole comic's going to be black and white like that, because that would be extremely telling, especially from Ta-Nehisi Coates. Hell, he pulled Kanye West's black card the other day, like he's the authority on black people or something, or people of color, just because Kanye wanted to express himself, and hey, I'm a free thinker and everything. It's extremely sad that, and it's the thinking like that keeps people from just moving on, Hell, I think race relations have taken freaking 10 years a step in the wrong direction. Things were a hell of a lot better a few years back. But ever since, you got all these freaking race baiters and race profiteers up there, trying to turn everyone against each other. It's just, ugh. It started with the police shootings, and I don't want to go into that or anything like that. Those were horrible situations a lot of the time. People were wrong on both sides. But apparently, it's going to have Cap teaming up with Antifa, basically. And to me, that makes me sick. Antifa are not anti-fascist. They are not. They're no better than the people that they say they're against. Because right-wing extremists are no better than left-wing extremists. They're both extremists. they're no better than ISIS. If you want to inflict terror into people through, that have different political ideologies than you, it's just insanity. And I'll move on from there. And what we got here is, and I kind of did, for Free Comic Book Day, I went over this book, but, Nick spent, and I didn't really have a lot to say about it. I was kind of, torn about it, and I've gone over it a couple more times, and I don't think I really like the art in it, man. It's very flat. I don't know if he did this digitally, like this is digital art or something. There's a couple of them that are really done really well. Like this picture here with the lizard, I like that one. But this big cover splash, big cover with the Rhino and Mysterio and like all those classic characters and stuff, it's very flat looking. And, it just doesn't look very well. They're very simplified and flat. And even the sample strips that they show you, it doesn't look much better. Like this version of Rocket Raccoon, he looks like he ran into a glass window. And it's like that. Here, look at Cap looks fucking blocky as fuck. Carl Manver's back here. It just looks like one of them chicks off of fucking the back of a semi-truck. But just turned a different way. I mean, it's really, but this one here is a little bit better, but you can still tell, like, it was, I don't know, it just has a different look than, just a lot of stuff. And I don't really like it much. Not saying that I'm not gonna buy the comics, though. I am gonna, check it out. I mean, I do enjoy Spider-Man. Spider-Man's one of my favorite comic book heroes. Next up, we got Donny Cates and Dylan Burnett's Cosmic Ghost Rider, and man, I am really excited about this. You got Frank Castle in the future, and he is now the Ghost Rider. And, it looks pretty freaking cool. Sci-fi meets horror meets fucking the Punisher. So, it looks pretty awesome. Like, some of these variant covers are beautiful. Especially that one. I like that one with the chains and stuff. But, hell, I think this is going to be just a normal cover. I'm definitely going to pick that up and put it on the old pool list. Other than that, there not too much stuff I was really excited for. Venom. Of course I'm gonna be doing Venom and Daredevil. Oh yeah, these. I guess for the Captain Marvel movie, they're gonna be doing a Carol Danvers month or whatnot. So they're gonna be putting her on everybody else's books. And this Doctor Strange #3, I think I might get it just because I like that cover a lot. It's, classic Warbird, Miss Marvel. Hell, I might even get the binary cover, which it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's on Black Panther #3. I thought, at least try to match it up to the goddamn, binary was known for, she was on, first appearance was in X-Men, so put it on an X-Men book. They got the classic Carol Danvers with the Air Force look, and they're going to put that on Avengers #4. That kind of makes a little sense. You got one with her flying with all the jets and her Carl Manverse look, and that's going to be on Thor #3, which doesn't make a lot of sense. The Doctor Strange one doesn't make much sense with that picture either. But Dan Slott's going to be also writing Iron Man. And so he's going to have a lot of stuff. You know, hope he don't fuck those books up. And Dan Slott, he just got lazy when it came to Spider-Man, I think. Things were predictable. Agendas were wanting to be pushed. And that was just what a lot of it came down to. And then he got spiteful towards the fans, so he was doing shit just to piss people off. Bloop. Here's the DC previews. We'll run through these ones pretty quick. Gonna be checking out The Wedding. Of course, that's already on my pull list. You know, Batman 50 to 51. Gonna be, I think I might check, get the first Catwoman #1. I'm not the biggest Superman fan. I mean, I love Superman, but I don't like him enough to go out and buy the comic weekly. So, but Brian Michael Bendis, as everyone knows, is going to be writing Superman, Man of Steel, and then Action Comics. I really didn't know that he was doing Action Comics. I thought they were just bringing him in for that Superman, Man of Steel. And then when I read this, I was like, oh shit, he's taking over Action Comics too? I will be checking out this Justice League Dark, though. I like the team. It's cool team setup. And then Justice League Odyssey. I like the fact that they have, you got Jessica Cruz, Starfire, 2 hotties on this team. But, look at the guys that are on it. You got a robot, Cyborg, and then, a religious zealot, Azrael. And then you got Darkseid. So you're definitely not going to be looking into this one for the romances. I'll tell you that much. But, yeah, we'll move on. What else? I like that He-Man is coming into the Injustice universe. That's going to be pretty cool. I've been reading much Aquaman or Batgirl, but here, let's go to my other ones I had. The Deathstroke, Batman crossover. I'm actually probably going to go to the store here in a little bit and actually get the first one and start maybe review that. But Flash War is on the docket. 50 through 51. Zoom's come back and he's starting the shit between the Barry and Wally. Gonna drive them crazy. Try to make them better somehow. Green Arrow's gonna take on Parasite apparently in 42. I like that. They're bringing back Hawkman. That's gonna be pretty cool. The Immortal Men. I think once Immortal Men gets some legs under it, it's gonna be a pretty good story. The last 2 issues have just been basically trying to set up the backstory of all the characters and stuff. I got Justice League 1, No Justice. And apparently John Stewart's going to become the Ultraviolet Lantern. I guess you're going to see him in Justice League 3 or 4. Mr. Miracle. I wish I would have started reading that from the very beginning. I've always heard such great things about it. New Challengers. I'm gonna check that out. I hope it's really good. This new Age of Heroes has been pretty decent. Everybody. I've kind of picked out a few that that kind of strike my fancy, and they're all been really good. Damage, Immortal Men. The Terrifics, and I hope New Challengers is no different. Nightwing, in the last Nightwing, he was battling some hacker guy, and I liked it because he was, it kind of showed, like, how Dick Grayson's really old school when it comes down to things, and he doesn't really understand all the technology and stuff that's going on out there, much like myself. I am a analog kind of guy myself, but yeah, what can you do? I can't be a caveman forever, right? They're bringing back Plastic Man, going to give him his own book, and that's going to be pretty cool. I think it's only going to be like a 6 or 8-part book, but I'm really excited about that. I've always loved the Plastic Man, a lot more than Elongated Man, but Plastic Man, he's kind of got that checkered past, but he's still a hero, and he likes to crack wise. Okay, what we got here? The Terrifics. Like I said, I like the Terrifics a lot, and I'm going to be continuing with that. And Teen Titans and Titans, man, and I'm really excited about these two. The Teen Titans are going to bring on some new people, got a new team coming together. Lobo's daughter's going to be on it. Who's all in the team? Damian Wayne, blah, blah, blah. Kid Flash, Red Arrow, Roundhouse, Djinn, and Lobo's daughter. So I guess a genie and a fat guy. And then Lobo's daughter. Oof, that's kind of a purse puppy checklist there, huh? You got the female Red Arrow, Speedy, joining the team. And then the black Wally West. You got Robin here looking like a freaking straight up Guido or something. I don't know, man. What is going on there? Hey, let's go down to Jersey and party. This team I'm really excited about in Titans. You got Miss Martian. Who's the team lineup here? You got Raven, Steel, Beast Boy, Donna Troy, Nightwing, Miss Martian. That's a pretty damn cool lineup, if I don't say so myself. And I was thinking about getting on this Unexpected, but I don't know. Like I said, there's only so much money I have to go around, and I just wasn't feeling it. They were talking about, I don't know, they're bringing back Firebrand, and they've turned Firebrand into a chick, and kind of switched up her origin story and whatnot. But Wonder Woman, man, my wife's gonna start reading the Wonder Woman, and she asked me about it the other day, and I was like, man, Wonder Woman, the storyline's been pretty freaking cool lately. With, Grail and fighting Darkseid and trying to keep the gods alive and not really succeeding to that, but it's been pretty good. Her brother Jason and everything. And that's about all in there. I'm pretty sure that was all the... Yeah, that's about all. Check out there. What we got here? The Image. Oh, I got one here. Okay. Star-Crossed Swine. This is going to be roastable on so many levels. I'm going to tell you something. You got animomorphic SJW looking characters pushing third wave feminism talking points, anti-family, anti-Christian, anti-patriarchy, pro-choice agenda, touches on SJW, pro-LGBT community, pro-interracial relations. I mean, it just basically hits the checklist. We got to get the checklist. And this is from, her name's, she used to write Wonder Woman, on some Teen Titans, Harley Quinn, what is it? Marika Eldafo. And basically just taboo sex politics. This is what this in the book is called Unnatural. And it's about a pig girl with blue hair who, LOL, I love sushi and music. And she's having unnatural thoughts about sleeping with a wolf. The crux of the story is they live in a totalitarian world where interracial relationships are outlawed. They're unnatural, they say, and only one species the same species can only breed. But she wants to say, she's just another childless weirdo that wants to justify her existence, basically. Which, I mean, it's not bad that she exists. I mean, everybody should exist and have a good, productive life. But just because, like my values, where I believe in the family, I believe in God, she wants to try to tear down those I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but try to tear down what's already been in place for forever. The stereotypes, and she wants to question what defines a real couple. Just because you're with somebody and you don't have kids and you're not getting married, what defines that as a real couple. And and there's some other storylines in here about a homosexual goat and whatnot, but it looks really raunchy. Hell, this is the previews they gave with it. Her with getting it on with having fantasies about getting it on with a white wolf guy. He's got wolf tattoos on his fur, apparently. She's, yeah. And then she wakes up and she's dry humping her pillow, her mouth, and basically depicting her life's a complete fucking mess. She's in a dead-end job, lives with another SJW with a mental ill haircut, shaving on the side. She's a mouse girl, apparently. She's got a lizard cat thing, so they're kind of equating these kind of people with being cat people, I guess. But, she talks about music and sushi a lot, and gets on her moped and heads to her job, which is Goth LOL. That's the place she works at, Goth LOL. And you can tell, with the driving panels, you got these: can't marry before 25, let the reproduction program help, traditional families, legal and sane. And it's just like, man, we're not, people like that aren't like that. It's not, this is what's in, these are the things that, the insecurities that are in her head. Because, I don't know how old Marika probably is getting, but perhaps maybe she's, she can't find a good partner or something, and this is her way of expressing that, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, expressing your insecurities through art, and maybe there's some people out there pressuring, like family pressuring, hey, why aren't you getting married, and blah, blah, blah. I've been with my wife since I was, we were in college, or she was in college. I didn't go to college. I went to another place. I was a bad person at one point. Not really. I was just a knucklehead kid that had problems. But, we've been together for so long, and we got, it was like we were married before we ever got married. And here pretty soon we're going to be having kids, and I don't know, it just confuses me and her when we see people that don't want kids, don't want, because studies show, people with families, they have longer lives, they have, they're more stable, because you have something that, you have a drive, to take care of your family, provide for your family. But, I don't know, maybe she's just trying to touch on them taboo subjects. Here's a book I'm kind of excited about. It's Elvira, #1. And, I used to love Elvira. Man, I'd watch the what was it, USA, and she would be on there back when, the satellite dishes used to move. See, I lived out I was raised in the country, and we used to, we were like the only family that had a big satellite dish. I mean, we weren't well off by any means. I mean, I grew up in a trailer park, so, but we did have one of them cool satellite dishes that had hydraulics and whatnot, and fucking moved into to catch the satellite. But, so whatever channel you had to watch, you had to type in coordinates to get the fucking thing to move. Yeesh. Goddamn, if we haven't come super far in that aspect. Hell, now everything's just pointed 30 degrees one way. But yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to pick up the first issue, check it out. It's, her telling horror stories. But, I don't know, I like that they're, hell, I didn't even know kids even knew what Elvira was anymore, man. I know I do, so. Some IDW fans here, they're going to be coming out with Unicron's emergence marks the Transformers' darkest hour. So Transformers Unicron is coming out. Looks interesting. I know all the that one with that book that Mags was doing was bleh. It was a really bad book. Here's another weirdo book I bookmarked. Oh, this one ain't the weirdo one. This one's just more race baiting kind of bullshit. Ugh, I don't know. It makes me sad that America's like, the way it is right now. People all picking sides and wanting to fight over just nonsense. But, listen to it's called Days of Hate, Act 1, trade paperback. In the United States of America, 2022. The loss that ripped two lovers apart. So basically, they're talking about the Trump presidency. It ripped these two people apart. Not literally, but, took them two different directions. Drove one into the arms of the police state and the other towards guerrilla war against white supremacy and alt-right Nazis. God damn. Do they even get tired of this shit? I mean, honestly. Who the hell cares anymore, man? Ugh. I grew up in the white ghetto, and I have really good friends that live in the black ghetto. And I love them guys. They're awesome. This next one is that weirdo book I was talking about, and it's called Death of Love, and it's a trade paperback. Justin Jordan. I think we all know who old Justin Jordan is, right? I know, I've heard that name from Twitter, I think. And this is a book that he's come out with, and it's going to be called Love Sucks. And his hero, Philo Harris, is going to do something about it. After a particularly bad drunken decision gives him the ability to see the cupids, the creatures that make love work, Philo ends up going to war with them. And it shows them beating these cupids with baseball bats because love, man, fuck love. There's date naps and fucking Tinder. Swipe left for booty. Ugh, silliness. Here's another one promoting from this villain, sugar. Sugar number 1. A couple embarks on a relationship that starts off more of an arrangement. So they were just basically fuck buddies, right? But ends up falling in love at a cost. Neither has ever done anything like this before, and the emotional swings they face threaten to undo what could be a perfect match. They can't deal with it because the kids nowadays, how the hell are they ever gonna have healthy relationships? I think, goddamn Tinder was probably one of the biggest, that and the promotion of, and the normalization of pornography was really fucked up this upcoming generation. Because nothing's exciting anymore. Ooh, anal and titties and pussy, that's just fucking everyday shit now, right? When you got high schoolers preferring to get fucked in the ass to being in a normal, healthy relationship. There's some shit fucking wrong with society, I'll tell you that much. And I'm not even a Bible. I mean, I believe in God, but I'm not one of these fucking hard-edged Bible thumpers either. My relationship with God is between me and Him. But yeah, that looks like a roast fest there. And let's move on, guys. Oh yeah, I found this in the old previews. The Boundless comics, I guess, and it's basically the porno comics. God damn. Jungle Fantasy, it's basically Sheena, but even racier. I didn't even know that was possible. But, basically every shot, this guy must have just been taking porno pictures and just drawing, because you can just tell, like, he was looking at a picture when he was drawing this. It wasn't nothing off the dome. It was like, in prison, there were guys that used to do that, and you can always tell when somebody's looking at a picture and drawing it, because it's got a look to it, right? But basically, cartoon porn. Boundless comics. I have to tell Harvey up the multiverse, man, you want to sell some comics, get some of these sons of bitches. God damn, all them magic nerds sit up there and fucking don't, play that card game. They don't buy no comics out of his store. They just sit up there and fucking play that card game. But I bet if you put some of those, they'd probably get some comics. And there's like some fucked up looking poses they got here. Like present a pose, like bondage, fucking torture, rape looking shit. This is some racy shit. Oh, don't look like an idiot. Oh, too late for that. What do we got here? This looks pretty good. It's from, what is it, Uni Press? And Uni, don't they put out Rick and Morty? Pretty sure Uni does. Yeah, they put out Rick and Morty. But it's called The Long Con, and it's going to be a 1 of 10. I don't know. It looks silly. About some con guys, post-apocalyptic, Comic-Con, mixed. I don't know. Let's see, 5 years ago, a cataclysmic event. Yeah. 50-mile radius, Los Españoles Convention Center. I don't know. This might. But the con goers are trying to survive, basically. And there's some con men in there, and they're at a Long Con 50, which is play on a bunch of words. Con man, Comic Cons, and so they're playing the Long Con, I guess. I don't know. It could be complete shit, but definitely check it out. But I just wanted to go through some of the preview book today. I know. Like I said, I'm going to check out some of that shit. Some of that shit I'm definitely not going to check out. I think this might be one of them. I grew up idolizing that character. You know, he had real convictions and good substance and moral, good morals, and he was a hero. He fought for, to actually put down the real fascists, I think they toss around the word fascist way too easily nowadays, and it's just lost all meaning now. Sad times we're living in, sad times. Just like, in the community, if you disagree with any pro or anything, it's just straight to it, just straight. Oh, you're one of them Comicsgate alt-right Nazis, aren't you? No. Actually, don't really lean left nor right. I just don't give a shit. I mean, I think Donald Trump's doing a decent job. But sure as hell wouldn't have voted for the old what's her name. And it wasn't because she was a woman either. I'd be glad to have a woman president in there if she stood for America. But they got this world so twisted around and in and out and up is down. It's really messing things up. But once again, I'm Cody, and this is Comicsdown. Don't forget to sub, hit the bell. I don't have a Patreon. I have a job, but someday I might put a Patreon up here, but it'd be only just to get a little money to, pay for new, comics to review or something like that. I'm going to be starting a Marvel's classic series, going to be starting off with New Mutants, do some X-Men stuff also. Basically stuff I've always loved, Venom, Avengers, Spider-Man, Batman, Shazam. We're gonna go into all of them and review some of their older stuff, because some of the newer stuff needs a little bit. And it really boils down, I think, to the editor. They don't have good editors and stuff in there anymore. Hell, I was reading the new Donny Cates and Stegman Venom #1 the other day, and it had two really gross. It was like 2 typos on the same page, like 2 bubbles from the next one. It was ridiculous. That's a $5 book, and they want to put themselves out there like they're the top in the industry, but they can't even edit a book correctly. It's just laziness. It's just a rubber stamping it, phoning it in system they have down there, or up there, or wherever the hell Marvel is. Or I think they're in New York. Pretty sure. I think DNC says he lives not too far from him, or his work's by him or something. But my videos will get better. I'm trying to figure out an editing program that I can do myself, and I can, I was trying to get my wife to help me and stuff, but she's got so much shit going on in her life. I'm trying to get this boat off the ground myself, so. And that's how I've always done things, so. There's very few things I've failed at. But we will get this ship righted and off the ground. But this was the good and the bad and the reviews of previews. And once again, I'm Cody. This is Comicsdown, and I'll see you later, heroes.